Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a weekend edition of Blue Ridge Silverhound's finest works. Well, they're not, masterpiece productions, but I wanted to take some time for those of you that are going to be going out doing your regular coin roll hunting shtick on your Saturday or Sunday. Okay, I have a fascinating new discovery. I wanted to talk to you if you're going to be going through quarters in the hopes of finding some more of those West Point rare coins. All right, should be a lot of fun if you are going to do that. But before we get started, okay, word is on the street that Blue Ridge Silverhound's going to be doing all of these fascinating, wonderful giveaways all summer long as a way of giving back to my subscriber base. So yes, it is a subscriber-driven giveaway program that's going to run all the way out past August. Okay, we're going to be talking, 2-3 months of unadulterated fun for those of you that want free silver, free coins, gift cards. You better believe it. Blue Ridge is going to take care of you guys. It's just a way of, expressing my gratitude to everyone that has supported me in the first 8 years of my YouTube career. So if you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell for instant notifications. You'll notice something different on all my videos. I've implemented a subscribe watermark on the bottom right hand of every single video. So you just click and drag your mouse pointer over that, and you could instantly subscribe if you haven't done so. I guarantee you, it's going to be a lot of fun. And guess what? The first giveaway is going to happen tomorrow, Father's Day, as a matter of fact. I'm going to be hooking you guys up with a number of great swag items that you sure don't want to miss. And all you have to do is participate in my giveaway live stream, which will be happening at 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Be there or be square. That's all I got to say about that. But let's go ahead and get started with this really neat variety that I've known for a good little while. And when I mean good little while, I'm talking about 2 months ever since the brand new 2019 National Park quarters have hit the scene in your coin rolls and pocket change. Okay, so it's worth mentioning that the first inclusion of the National Park program for 2019 is the Lowell National Park quarter. It seems to me that all of the big press these days has been on this West Point quarter release program that the U.S. is doing to help drive collector awareness and to kind of bolster that to unprecedented levels that we haven't seen since the beginning of the state quarter program. But in the grand scheme of things, there are other things that are being kind of, swept under the rug or left unsaid. In the case of the coin that you see on screen here, this is the coin that is going to be in question today. It's the 2019 Lowell National Park quarter, which has an interesting earring, either strike through or die gouge. Okay, so or possibly die chip. It could be any one of those. We're going to take a look at close-ups throughout this video of the coin. And importantly, okay, these coins are selling. They're selling for more than the West Point quarters. Okay, and you want to know about that. How much are they selling for? Well, you're going to have to wait to the end of the video to find out. Okay, so this coin right here, just by looking at both the obverse and the reverse of the coin, okay, you could probably pick out exactly what I'm looking at. If you looked at the obverse of the coin, you'll see a round raised dot right where Washington's earlobe exists. It's a funny placement because we can affectionately refer to this as an earring, either variety or error. Okay, it could be either one of two. Now the thing is, there have been a number of coins that have been discovered, all right, just through the forum pages, like on Coin Community, Coin Talk, on Facebook. People are posting about this coin, and I wanted to go out and just kind of talk about it. All right, we're going to take a look at it together and kind of drill down exactly, the couple things that it could be and what it can't be. All right, so a number of these coins have existed with the same raised dot on every single coin, okay, which kind of leads me to believe that this is more of a variety than it is an error, okay, because the same thing occurs all the same size. It's a dot with a tiny little dot. It looks almost like a button or an earring. Okay, it's crazy how perfectly circled this anomaly is on the coin. Now we're gonna have a string of various close-ups. Okay, the first one right here is going to be actually from the thumbnail that I'm using. Okay, this is a much bigger blow up of the obverse of the coin. As you can see, it's a raised dot, and it's raised pretty good to where you could feel it with your thumb, okay, or your finger. I've actually seen one in hand and touched it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that thing is pretty sharp. You could feel it. So this is what a kind of like general close-up would be. Now we're gonna get in even more closer, so that way we could see the actual kind of outside features. It's almost like examining a mole. It sounds disgusting, but anyways, here's an even deeper close-up of this raised dot anomaly. Okay, what I can decipher from it, okay, it looks like a die chip, and it's funny that it would just exist around the earlobe, so that way we could call it an earring. Another thing that it could be, and this wouldn't be outside the realm, this could be some sort of adjustment mark that the mint engravers had placed intentionally on the coin as maybe the center point of the die. That's probably on the kind of like, not so much, the kind of a long shot toward end of the spectrum in terms of what this could be. But we don't see die adjustment kind of like markers on coins so much these days as we used to see them back in the 1900s. Okay, mint engravers used to put little tiny dots and little this, little that on their coins to designate a spot where, a date will be centered just perfectly. Just look at the large cents during the middle 1800s. The U.S. mint engravers used a ton of little die marker adjustment areas on the coins to kind of center up or kind of just plumb up all the devices together on a die. It's an interesting kind of concept, and I like the way that on a lot of coins you could see this. Now, this may not be the case. It's going to be either one of two things. It's either going to be some sort of die gouge, or it's going to be a die chip. The funny part is that it occurs right in the middle of the coin, in a spot where you just don't see a lot of die chips, okay, right in the middle of the coin. So it could be like a tiny little cut, all right? That's more of what I seem to be the likely scenario in all of this. Now, here is another image of the coin up close. Okay, we saw a couple of close-up images. It doesn't hurt to get an extra take on this particular anomaly right here. But this is what you're going to be looking for. Obviously, it's easy to see with the naked eye, and you're not going to have any trouble as you're sorting through a bunch of quarters. Now, I know that there's a lot more of the Guam and the other quarter that have been released. Okay, it seems to me that the Lowell National Park quarters are kind of like being shoveled back, but you're going to want to take a look at these coins as well. Unfortunately, the coin earring variety, or whatever you want to call it, only exists on the Philadelphia minted Lowell National Park quarter. So I want to make that absolutely clear. We have not seen the same anomaly on any Denver coin or any of the other two Philadelphia releases this year. The War in the Pacific and the American, the Memorial Park one. We haven't seen this same anomaly on those coins. So it's only on the Lowell Philadelphia minted 2019, okay? And your 2019 will have a little tiny letter P under the date to designate it as a Philadelphia coin. So for those of you east of the Mississippi, you're going to have a much funner time trying to find one of these because this exists in your neck of the woods. So let's talk a little bit about how much these have sold. Surprisingly, for as many of these as I've seen people talk about on social media and the forum chat pages, there have only been 3 or 4 of them that have sold within the last week and none in the last 60 days prior to that. So we have 3 examples here that I've kind of made it up together, all, in descending order from the newest to the oldest, all between like 2 or 3 days. The first one sold for $47. Okay, this was a few days ago. That's a lot of money for a Philadelphia National Park quarter. But the interesting part is you have this die chip thing right here that drove all the value of the coin. Okay, this is going to be an error that's going to, or a variety that this is going to have years of collector appeal. Okay, this is the hot button, no pun intended, for 2019. Aside from the West Point minted coins, so the second listing that you see here surprisingly sold for $75. Again, you know, it's like the median price value of this thing seems to be between 55 and $60. And then you have another one that's sold for a best offer. I would venture to guess it was probably in that $45 to $50 range for that coin. And there was actually two of that same listing that sold within the day from the same seller. So that is the auction history that we have of the coin. I would suspect more of these, especially after this video, are going to be discovered. Okay, it seems to me that it's not terribly hard to find, but it's just going to be a matter of taking an extra close look of your coins. Again, this is what I call a seeing eye variety. You could see this with a naked eye. You don't really need a magnifier. So anyways, I wanted to talk about this new discovery, the Earring 2019 Lowell National Park Order. Make sure when you're out coin roll hunting this weekend or looking through pocket change that you keep a close eye on this. And as always, again, we got the giveaway tomorrow for Father's Day. That's going to occur 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific on my live stream. Okay, if you want to get in on the giveaways, you're going to have to be on the live stream. So make sure you subscribe, you hit that bell, so that way you get notified. You can pop it up on your phone, you know, as soon as I go live. And, you know, hopefully you win yourself a, you know, a piece of silver, some coins. There's going to be a number of gifts that I'm going to give away tomorrow. And then, as always, I'm going to be doing giveaways all summer long. So stay tuned. I want to thank everyone for joining in. Sorry to keep it so long, but this is an interesting variety, one in which you're going to have to keep an eye out for because they're worth money. Thank you for thank you for all the views and support. Okay, importantly, and you know, without you guys, this channel wouldn't happen. So, you guys have a wonderful Saturday, and I'll see you on the next one. See you on the live stream tomorrow, guys. Take care.